All right. Shalom, shalom. Peace, Israel. This brother Zaquan from Prophets in Babylon camp down here in Tampa, Florida. I'd like to give our glory, honor, and praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Recha HaKodesh. Double honors to the elders and apostles, the great millstone who do teach you real well. Peace and salutations to the whole folk that scattered abroad. All right, you can probably hear, it's noisy out. I'm doing it in transit, on the way to the plantation. But, I want to go into a lesson today on, basically taking the humble route, being meek and understanding that, before honor is humility, just understanding the route that we have to take for Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. So we're gonna make this too long, but we're gonna get into it. All right. Come on, we're gonna grab this. Matter of fact, I'll start here in Proverbs 18:12. Before destruction, the heart of man is haughty, and before honor is humility. Right? Before destruction of a man, the heart is haughty. If you grab that word, you look that word haughty up, man. Haughty goes into proud. Arrogantly superior and disdainful. Basically, proud. Basically saying someone who can't be reproved. A man who feel like they got everything figured out. The men who feel like they got everything figured out on their own, or they proud, you can't tell them nothing. These are the men that Yahweh Shem Yahweh are going to destroy. All right. The Lord said before destruction, the heart, which goes into your la'ab, which means your mind of a man is haughty, which means the mind of a man is proud. All right. And before honor is humility. All right. Us men that's serving and laboring for Yahweh Shem Yahweh, we understand that before honor is humility. Right now we're infamous, but we're gonna be made famous. The prophets right now, we ain't nothing. The Lord said He said for the the apostles last. So the prophets, we really right now we're going through this humility stage. All right, we're going through the furnace of affliction. We having to deal with dealing with 2/3, your family or whoever it may be, in your ear, But we still understand that we have to suffer righteously for Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. No matter what comes upon us within this world, we take it on the chin and we suffer rightfully. Whether we have to suffer wrongfully, we still gonna suffer for Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai either way it goes. And then that's what's gonna bring me to Proverbs 16:18. It says, pride goeth before destruction, and an haughty spirit before a fall. All right, and I just went back and I pulled up the word for you. Haughty goes into proud. All right, so pride goeth before destruction. All right, it says, and a haughty spirit before a fall. So a proud spirit before a fall. All right, so before the Lord casts judgment upon you, all right, you got to be at a stage where you feel like you don't need nobody. Nobody can't tell you nothing. You just got it all figured out. And us men in this truth. And for you brothers watching, and for the elect, watching, us brothers, we can't be, your hard watchers out, we be those men, we can't be proud in this thing. We have to understand that this isn't of our own, and we didn't get this on our own accord. Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai actually sat and supped with you. The Lord gifted you this. All right, and we can't be proud. We can never be proud. You can't be proud about something that was gifted to you. All right, you have to be humble about it. Even think back, like in the world, when somebody would normally bestow a gift upon you, are you normally proud about it? Or why didn't you do this? Why didn't you do that? Or this, that, and the third? No, normally you would accept the gift. Thank you. I'm very appreciative. You act a certain way. When you're gifted something. That's why Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai is looking for men and humble and meek men at that. Men that are gonna understand how to control themselves. A real man can control himself and keep his actions. How a real man can control his actions. Slug. And we grab this. Psalms 37:11 says, "But the meek shall inherit the earth, and shall delight themselves the abundance of peace." All right. And if you don't know what that word meek means, all right, you could easily look it up. And meek goes into being patient and submissive. So the Lord said, but the meek shall inherit the earth. All right, and your patience ye possess your souls. So you have to be humble. You have to be meek. You have to be of a contrite spirit. You have to understand what you're a part of. You have to understand this isn't about being the biggest, the baddest, the fastest. The Lord is looking for the meek and the lowly. And obviously, we hope and we pray to be a part of that elect, that number. But we can't say, oh, I'm the elect for sure. I know that. A man like in a spirit like that, oh, I'm the elect. I know that I'm the elect. I don't have to do nothing. That man is prideful. Pride is blinding that man. But it says the meek, all right, going into the patient, the submissive, all right, the ones that are submissive to Yahweh Shema Shai and His word, all right, in truth and sincerity, shall inherit the earth. Those men shall inherit the earth and shall delight themselves in the abundance of peace. All right, those men are going to be at rest. Those men are going to be at rest. The Lord didn't say the prideful is gonna inherit the earth. The Lord said the meek, all right, shall inherit the earth. Then Matthew 5:5 says, blessed are the meek. All right, so blessed are you brothers that are submissive, that are patient, for they shall inherit the earth. And in your patience, ye possess your souls. So you see these scripts, they tie in, man. They line back up with each other. Line upon line. You get this understanding. The Bible all comes together and it starts to make sense. You get the understanding. You get the understanding of what the Lord wants. Said the Lord said, blessed are they. The Lord counted us. Yahweh Ratazah, all the brothers that endure. Yahweh Ratazah, I'm part of that number also. The Lord said, blessed are the meek. The brothers that are going to last all the way unto the end, that are going to be preserved all the way unto the end. Those brothers are going to be the meek brothers. The brothers that make it to the end and get beamed up out of here, all those brothers are meek. All right, the Lord said, blessed are they, for they shall inherit the earth. You're going to inherit the kingdom. All right? And you have to understand this, because the Lord, he doesn't deal with any prideful men. The Lord does not like prideful men at all. Every prophet that the Lord set up, they were all meek, to an extent. Matthew 18:3, and said, verily I say unto you, except ye be converted and become as little children, ye shall not enter into the kingdom of heaven. All right? And think of a child. When the child is a young child, when you're speaking, the child is ready to listen to everything you got to say. They're like a sponge. They soak up everything. All right? And the Lord said, unless you become as little children, all right, and think of a child is not disrespectful. A child is not going to talk over you, be prideful, and think they just got it all figured out. No, a child is eager to learn. And a child will sit down and be quiet and listen, like a man of the Lord, a man that the Lord is requiring of, the Lord, you have to be taught that, we understand that we have to be taught the scripts, and what type of child would you be, if you got brothers trying to teach you these scripts, you just, oh no, I know this, or I know that, man, I got to figure it out. No, you ain't got to tell me this, you ain't got to tell me that, you be the bad, that's not you trying to become as a little child. You're not eager to learn. You're not willing to be humble and to listen, It says, and except ye be converted and become as little children, ye shall not enter into the kingdom of heaven. Just had to clarify that. That don't mean to literally become a little child, So it's metaphoric. And we're going to end it off here. Matthew 19:24 says, and again I say unto you, it is easier for a camel to go through the eye of a needle than for a rich man to enter into the kingdom of Yahweh. All right, and this eye of a needle, it doesn't literally mean a pin, like a needle, the loop of a needle. No, this is a metaphoric. A hole, eye of a needle is like a hole in the wall that a camel has to go through. A camel has humps on it. But a camel is so big it has to get everything off its back and stoop down low. It has to get down low. A rich man isn't going to give up everything he has and come and serve the Lord. A rich man isn't going to stoop down to that level. It says, and again I say unto you, it is easier for a camel to go through the eye of a needle than for a rich man to enter into the kingdom of Yahweh. Because that rich man isn't going to humble himself. That rich man is going to be proud. All right? He's not going to want to, get down to the ground and, get down and greedy with Yahweh Shema Shai. He's going to be too worried about his riches. But where your riches are, that where your heart may be also, So these devils' riches are on the earth. These 2/3 they riches that are down here on the earth. But Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. We got straight to the point. I like to give all glory, honor, and praises to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Racha HaKodesh, Double honors to the elders and apostles, a great millstone who do teach you well. Peace and salutation to the hopeful that scattered abroad. The next time I do say shalom and a blah 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 soon.